Welcome back, everybody, to the Charlotte Hornets MyLeague here on NBA 2K20. As today, our Hornets head into a pivotal Game 6 here of the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, this series has been very close. All 5 games have been within like 12 points or something. All 5 of them have been really exciting games. And our Hornets coming off a massive victory in game number 5. But we got to win these next 2 games at home for Game 6. And then if we win today, Game 7 on the road. And just know that if the first playoff game in an episode is an elimination game, that means it's the only game in the episode, because hypothetically, if we were to win and I showed Game 7, then that would kind of spoil it at the beginning, who would have won Game 6. So here's a look at the numbers so far through the first 5 games of the postseason. Obviously, our big guys, Mitchell, Edwards, Beal, are doing their things. I'd like to see more from Mo Bamba, and I think Bruno Fernando has honestly been better than him at that center position, to be honest. The only reason why I have Fernando still on the bench is because he's been quite the spark plug for us. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, Trae Young has been unstoppable. I don't know why these two-way guys are here, Theodore Perkins and Darius Bertans. Neither of them have played against us, so I think those might be G League playoff stats. But other than that, the next highest scorer is only averaging about 16 in DeJounte Murray, which isn't a bad number, but it's been the Trae Young show for the Atlanta Hawks. Someone I want to go over quickly is DeAndre Hunter. Hunter played only 2 games of the regular season before breaking his leg. Has played 2 games in this series, and he's definitely rusty. Only 9 points. All of his buckets are from 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from long range, but I'm surprised he has not made a bigger impact yet, even though I get that he is still recovering from his injury. And then Vernon Carey still out 1 to 2 weeks. They will not likely be getting him back during this series, which is a sigh of relief for Charlotte. Dealing with Brook Lopez, the 7-foot Steph Curry, is enough. So here we go. Game 6 here in Charlotte. The Hornets have to win here to stay alive. If the Hawks win, they move on to the second round. If the Hornets win, then they will force a Game 7. Let's go first quarter. There's Trae Young with a quick bucket. Mo Bamba actually with the goaltending, as Atlanta will take a 2-0 lead. Here's Donovan Mitchell with it over to Bradley Beal for the layup, and Charlotte answers right back. Mitchell now with the step back for 3, and it is good. Donovan Mitchell for 3. Hornets up by 5 now, 11-6. There's Kevin Huerter, the babyface assassin from Atlanta, far away. And here comes Edwards with the drive and a nasty slam. The second-year guard out of Georgia making it look easy. As here's Cedi Osman getting by Edwards. Very bad defense. And Osman gets the layup. 6-point Hornet lead once again. Trae Young, nasty step back. That's not healthy. Jonathan Kuminga's ankles, I feel bad. As here's the ensuing Hawk possession. That shot is going to be blocked. DeAndre Hunter, his shot is going to be blocked by Serge Ibaka. And then Donovan Mitchell with the open dunk. LeVar Ball once said, stay in your lane. But there was nobody in that lane. Hawks down early as DeJounte Murray with the layup, 21-15. Here comes Donovan Mitchell again. He does a nasty step back on Terrence Ross for the mid-ranger, 23-15. Here's Mitchell over to Fernando in the corner for Miles Bridges for 3. Bridges needs to step up. He's only been averaging 7.2 points per game this series. I think that's the number. I could be wrong. But as the main scoring option off the bench, I would expect more from Miles. Speaking of Bridges, bad defense on that play. Cam Reddish with the easy layup. But the Hawks are down by 13 right now. They're not looking too hot. As DeJounte Murray gets the slam late here in the first quarter. Bridges step back, beats the buzzer. And Charlotte will take an 11-point lead as we advance to the second quarter. There's Cameron Reddish, the third-year man out of Duke, with the play. Bryn Forbes with a nice layup for Atlanta as it's now 34-28. There's Donovan Mitchell, open. Long-range 3, off the mark, but the big fella, Bruno Fernando with the board. Over to Ibaka, over to the open man. That's Miles Bridges for 3. London Bridges falling down as now it's 28-41. There's Collins with the layup. Nice play from Atlanta's offense. Miles Bridges with the drive, no good. Gets his own putback over to Bradley Beal. Beal going to drive now. His layup is no good. Fernando under it. Over to Bridges. 4-3. Nothing but net. As third time is the charm. Charlotte far out rebounding Atlanta in this game. As Bridges is actually going to lose it here. Stolen by Cedi Osman, the Croatian native, I believe. He's either Croatia or Serbia. And he actually loses it. Stolen by Bradley Beal, who's going upstairs where Grandma hides the cookies. As Cedi Osman making it look easy inside. Fouled by Edwards. That's an and one. Osman would miss the free throw. And then look at that cross-court pass from Beal over to Anthony Edwards for the dunk. That was a beauty. Well, that was Patrick Mahomes out there for a second as John Collins gets the dunk. Young blocked at the rim twice. One from Bradley Beal, the other from Devontae Graham. Then here's Anthony Edwards with a beautiful dunk. Take another look as he goes with the one-handed tomahawk slam as it's now a 14-point lead. Nice defense from Fernando, the former Atlanta Hawk. However, Trae Young would get the layup despite the contact. As here's Bradley Beal at the and one. Trae Young called for the foul. He does not like it. Hornets now going to be up by 14 as we advance to quarter number 3. Here's Trae Young. He's showing off that slippery agility, getting the long two. Still has not taken a three yet. The Hawks have really depended on their outside shot this entire series, and they've just decided to forget about it in this game. But John Collins, that was a nasty windmill. 45-61. Here's Cam Reddish, guarded by Anthony Edwards. Reddish double-teamed over to Collins again with a nasty slam, and that's an and one. Miles Bridges called for the foul as there is DeJounte Murray with the nice dunk. Hawks trying to make a comeback, only down by 11 now, or maybe not. John Collins just went to church because he's been baptized by Donovan Mitchell, who gets the and one. And we got the dunking show continuing. There's Cam Reddish with the slam. Mitchell now top of the key for fruit. As here is Bridges inside to Edwards. Nice pass, even nicer finish. Hornets now with 69 points. Nice as DeJounte Murray gets the layup. Nice pass from Atlanta. And then here comes Anthony Edwards with the slam. That was a nice slam. The only not nice thing about that play is the 69 is no longer on the scoreboard. As here's Terrence Ross. Reservations for three, please. Only an 8-point game now, but the Hornets get a big three here late in the third from Miles Bridges. 63-74. Here comes Terrence Ross trying to drive inside. Nice defense from Serge Ibaka. Hornets on the break. That's not Anthony Edwards. That's Jonathan Kuminga, sorry, with the bucket. Kuminga and Edwards had pretty much the same hairstyle. That's why they're confusing. As that is Anthony Edwards with the steal. Over to Fernando, over to Ibaka in the corner. JK all day. Jonathan Kuminga for three as we advance to the fourth. Trae Young with the layup. 65-79. Edwards double step back, trying to show off his inner James Harden. Does not make it. However, Bruno Fernando instead will get the putback as Charlotte up by 16. There's Trae Young for three. That's what we've been missing this entire game. I don't know why Trae Young has just decided to forget about the outside shot. As there's a nice bucket from Atlanta far, far away from Bradley Beal. And then Kuminga, his layup would go in. 18-point lead now. Now I guess a 16-point game as Bradley Beal, no good. Rebounded by the big fella, Mo Bamba, who gets the putback, 72-88. Here comes Anthony Edwards. That's a foul and one. Cedi Osman called for the foul, and then here comes Mo Bamba. What a slam. Let's take another look, going coast to coast, showing off the style. We're not done yet. Here's Bradley Beal with the layup. 21-point lead for Charlotte. Hawks are just heaving up prayers right now. They don't have any choice as Trae Young makes the three. Here's Beal over to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell, step back. Trae Young, watch your ankles. Donovan Mitchell with the mid-ranger danger. 20-point lead. Here is Trae Young. The Hawks trying to stay alive. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Collins over to Trae Young. Lawn two. And it is Cash with a capital K. 81-97. There's a top of the key three for Bradley Beal. 19-point lead with about 2.5 minutes to go. John Collins with an and one, trying to keep his Hawks alive as Bradley Beal over to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell circus layup would go in as the Hornets are now up by 19, nearing the 2-minute mark. Nearly stolen by Beal. Trae Young gets it back from long range. No good. And the Hawks were just not making their shots today, and they didn't go for enough threes. Then here's Jonathan Kuminga with the layup. That's pretty much the icing on the cake and the money on the grave, as Devontae Graham is going to dribble out the clock here, and the Charlotte Hornets win Game 6 in dominant fashion, 108-89. The defense for the Hornets was outstanding in this game, and for the first time in this playoff series, we haven't had a super close game. The Hornets were in control since the start. They really dominated that entire game. Unlike the first 5 games where no one had clear control, and now headed into Game 7, not only are the Hornets on a 2-game win streak, but the Hornets have all of the momentum coming off this massive win here. But they are going to be heading on the road, and it's going to be a challenge. Playing in Atlanta is always tough. Trae Young had an off night, only 24 points, and I say only in all caps. He's averaging 36 in the playoffs, so yeah. John Collins and DeJounte Murray also in the double figures. The Hawks did not shoot super well from 3, only 5 for 13. I don't know why they shot that little of threes, and they didn't make as much as they normally do. So that's going to end the episode. Next one will be Game 7, premiered sometime this week. Stay tuned for that. Have a good one. Adios.